What's cracking, Leah? What's up?
Cracking Aaron, what's up?
I feel like I want people to know like where they can follow you when we're not doing this thing here, if they want to, keep in touch and stuff. We never really post our social media stuff. So it's in the description, but where can they find you?
We're not so good at that. It's at Leah Harmony everywhere, so every platform is Leah Harmony.
Yeah, I mean you're worth looking up, right?
I'm worth looking at. I'm funny too.
And naturally you could, find me at daddyfleur.com. So there's
Daddy,
all that.
come.
So Three Eye Atlas.
Oh, that thing. You have the answers? You know what it is?
I know exactly everything about
Hey, okay.
it. First off, you're hearing the talk about it and all that, right?
I've heard everything, I think.
You initially, your first thoughts, is this a real thing to be worried about, or is it just nothing?
Yeah, and thinking like I'm like, why are they not treating it
No,
like
I'm
every
asking you.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
First thought was something to pay attention to, not something to worry about.
Mhm.
I stay away from worry and fear because I feel like it's pushed so much.
Yeah, I think I probably misstated that, but yeah. So something to pay attention to, but nothing to worry about.
Right.
Um, yeah, this thing is a trip to me because it's so hard to tell what's real. Now, apparently amateur telescopes are picking this thing up now, so I have a tendency to believe it's there.
I have a couple of those. I haven't tried to look yet though.
But the idea that it's somehow some interstellar spacecraft and all that, I mean, have you heard some of the stuff that they're
I've
talking
heard all of
about?
that. I've
Yeah.
heard that it's the Anunnaki coming back for Black people. I've heard that it's definitely the ancestors. That it's us in the future. That
Oh
it's
my
I've heard
God.
everything. That
Huh.
it's a craft. That it moves at its own speed. It has its own light source.
Well, let's see. Let's start with what we can tell about it for sure, so that like what I'm
But
saying?
is it for sure? Like, does space exist, Aaron?
No, right? It's like one of
Don't
those,
know.
but
Yeah.
people are picking it up and like again, they're picking it up in their amateur telescope. So I tend to believe that if people are getting it from like lots of different locations or whatever, then I'm gonna just go with the fact that there's something there.
Something up there. Up.
Well,
I will
yeah,
say this too, though.
I'm not gonna get into all the deepness of the possibilities of the conspiracies and stuff. I'm gonna talk like
Like it's an
what
actual.
normal people understand and what we all understand to be true.
Okay. Can I just?
Whether or not it's true, that's a whole different conversation. So for now, there is space, and for now, there
Final
is something floating in space. Right? We can have that conversation, right?
final frontier. So I did want to say one more conspiratorial thing that is crossed my mind once upon a time is that as things become more digital, um, they can be manipulated and controlled, and things can be put in front of our face, in front of our eyes that may or may not be true because of the digital space that they exist in. And I was just thinking about how as telescopes become more digital, they can be programmed to also show us things that may or may not be there. That's something to think about.
No, I mean I understand what you're saying, but it's you're just constantly muddying the waters and it's unproductive. It's like
I just said I wanted to conspiratorial thing,
it's like
thought that I had. I understand.
you know how the iPhone when you zoom in on the moon it
Yeah,
becomes a
exactly.
digital representation of the moon. Like
That's what I totally.
I know what you're saying, but like we gotta like just keep our foots on something solid for a minute to have the conversation. So anyway, there is this one guy who's sort of a big proponent of it being like a spaceship or something. Have you heard of this guy? Avi Loeb, I think his name is.
I'm sure I'd have to see him probably.
So he's been making the rounds and kind of talking about what he thinks it is and that kind of stuff. Here, let me show you.
Avi Loeb joins us. He's the head of the Galileo Project, director of Harvard University's Institute for Theory and Computation, and author of the book Extraterrestrial. Okay, Avi, we've had you on so many times. I always love talking to you about this. Any more of a clue as to what this thing is or is not?
Well, we are still waiting for NASA to release an image, the highest resolution image with 30 kilometers per pixel that was obtained on October 2nd by the high-rise camera on board the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. We are seeing the anti-tail that was pointed towards the sun, opposite to what we see in the context of comets, and now changing direction and going away from the sun, the more conventional way. We don't know what the reason is. And as you pointed out, we see some unusual composition of nickel with very little iron that we only find in industrially produced nickel alloys. And the size of the object, it's at least 1,000 times more massive than the previous interstellar objects we've seen. And the question is, why is such a giant object delivered to our inner solar system when we saw only small ones before?
What about that made you laugh?
How big it is and like what's the plan? Like if it is like a comet or something, do they have a plan to stop it from destroying Earth?
I don't think that's a consideration because it's not a comment and it's
Well,
not,
yeah,
yeah.
so that's the other thing that's weird too. It's definitely not a comet. It's weird. It makes me smile.
And it comes
It's
along the
interesting.
plane of
Fun.
the planets around the sun, and it comes close to Mars, Jupiter, and we just have to monitor it. And gladly, yesterday, the International Asteroid Warning organization network decided to have a campaign starting on November 27th until January 27th, where it will coordinate using all the assets we have on Earth and in space to get as much data as possible about this mysterious object. And, that would be a great blessing, irrespective of whether it's natural or technological. But if it happens to do a maneuver when it comes close to the sun, the way spacecraft do, using gravitational assist from the sun, that would definitely affect the markets, the financial markets, and politics on Earth.
Why? Because everybody will suddenly feel like, uh-oh, we've just been invaded? I mean, because if it doesn't
Not
maneuver around the sun, that would show it's not a natural object, right?
Yes, it will be a technological signature, but it could be also a mothership that releases mini probes that maneuver. And so I tasked the research team of the Galileo
Look at her face.
three observatories monitoring the sky to check for any unusual activity in the coming months.
Yeah, that's where he like loses me really when he starts
Where?
talking
Which part?
about he's like, and it could have mini probes. Like, how did you,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, what do you?
you know what I'm saying?
What
Like,
show did you watch last night? Yeah.
possible gravitational assist to mini probes inside of this thing. Like, I'm not understanding all the leaps that they make sometimes with what it could be.
My thing is, if it
Um,
doesn't maneuver around the sun, doesn't it burn up? I don't like.
no?
They're talking about it goes. I don't understand.
Yeah, and I'm not going to explain using the sun's gravitational field
I'm just
to.
saying, like, so they don't mean that it's flying straight towards the sun. That's not what they mean. I'm just trying to clarify because that's crazy.
Nobody said anything
I've
about
heard
it flying
there are
straight towards the sun.
okay, because I've heard that there are beings coming from the sun and all this stuff. But wait, I think that one thing to laugh about too is that it's 33 billion tons, like 33 billion.
Yeah,
Like they use
that
that.
number.
Yeah, such a
Yeah, that number.
and the name
Uh,
3I Atlas. Third eye. What is Atlas? I heard somebody else break this down too. It's just funny the things that the words they use, the way it's.
okay, so first we are going to talk about what we know, and
Okay,
then we'll get into the esoteric
fine,
stuff.
fine. So we don't know that it's many probes going around the right.
Right, and I'm talking about him making these sort of proclamations as if, like, what are you talking about, dude? Mini probes? Like, what are you
Her
talking
face was
about?
like, but her eyes said so much more. But her face was like,
But what he's talking about is here, let me show you. Okay. Well, is this it? Okay, so they're saying it just flipped the thruster.
Who is that? Who's saying that?
Hmm. It's really hard to tell with these, but there was one in particular that I saw, and I don't know if I guess I didn't save it. See, this is actually funny. This is kind of how I'm thinking about it. Every picture of Mars 200 million miles away. Every picture
Right.
of Three-Eye Atlas. So,
About
excuse
that.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I wanted to show you the in particular, but I can't seem to find it. But what I wanted to show you was what was interesting about it was how it seemed to have like kind of thrusters, or it was leaving a tail in more than one direction.
right. Like from the front too. I heard. I
Yeah,
didn't.
that's just what I'm trying to show you, but I'm having trouble. Okay, we speeding up a little bit. There we go.
Like, oh, you're here.
But this looks like animation. I don't think this is real.
It says. It says the
Yeah.
freshest snapshot of 3i Atlas. The snapshot isn't video, so that does seem strange.
Right. Here's the snapshot. And as you can see, there's like something thrusting from the front and something coming from the back. And you can kind of see it, but they're like going in different directions, almost like an arrow.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, there was a better one that pointed all of it out. But going to my point, I saw this down here and I was gonna play this for you. Going to my point, uh see, look, this one here, he says some people think it could be a mothership.
Dude,
I mean,
this is real. I am not comfortable with this Comet Atlas.
I know.
And I like,
We've got Avi Loeb coming on to talk about it.
he's amazing. I had him on my podcast a long time ago. He put up with my
A
ass.
lot of people in the beginning were saying that it's bullshit. It's a comet. Why is he saying this? He's risking his reputation. But then as time's going on, they're going, "Well, this is weird. This thing's really weird."
Well, it's the what? Okay, first of all, it's important to note that one thing that titillates my dumbass is it just so happens the government shutdown coincides with when we could use the satellites on Mars to get pictures of that fucking thing. So we're not getting pictures. They did release a picture of it
Wait a
yesterday.
minute. The government shutdown is stopping us from getting pictures of this thing?
Yes.
That's insane.
That's insane. Now there's
That's so insane. They should open that up.
I mean, it seems like that's really weird. Did you see the images that just came in though? The Europeans got an image of it.
It's
And
weird looking.
It's weird looking, but I don't know what a comet looks like. So
I don't know what a comet looks like, and I don't know why it's weirder than other comets.
But it
That's why
does
I
seem
need-
like it's going. Loop, loop. It's like rolling in a weird way, but it's the gas, right? It's like it's what it's releasing is the weird part.
Well, the weird part is coming from the same part of the universe where the WoW signal came from.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird.
That's fucking weird.
That's
dude.
weird. Because that WoW signal, what was it, like 70 seconds long? Some very strange coded signal that was 70 seconds long.
You know what else is weird is Jeremy Corbell said a bunch of people are going to start saying there's a mothership coming to Earth and don't believe him. Remember he was saying
Right.
that?
Yeah, what's that all about? Why did he know that?
I don't know.
You got to tell people why you know something like that. You can't just say that.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like, how do you know?
I agree with him. You have to just say, how do you know that? And you can't just say, I got to download, because people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand.
You know, it is not when you're trying to express something, you're not always the most articulate that you can be. So, and if you're trying to stay alive while you're expressing something, or if you're hiding, or if you're a whistleblower or something too, you might be trying to speak in code or whatever. But this all does go back to the Werner von Braun confession to his assistant that the final card would be the alien invasion. But we'll get more into that later. Let's stay on the Atlas.
But I
Atlas
was
for
trying
this.
to look up while this gentleman was speaking I was trying to look up the status of information that, how they said that a lot of the information had been classified for, I don't know, 50 years or something, which I'm not seeing anything on that now. Have you heard anything about that? Like all the information about 3i Atlas, governmental information? was classified and wouldn't be released to the public for,
I didn't hear, but one thing I did learn from that interview. I didn't know the government shutdown, quote unquote, prevented them from recording the atlas. I don't necessarily believe it.
I don't believe it.
Um, no, I mean I understand the wanting to use that as an excuse for not releasing the pictures, but no way in hell if that is something that they think it is, that they just stop taking pictures of it because of the shutdown. You know what I'm saying? That would just be stupid. Again, that's like giving away the Epstein list. You know what I'm saying? We're
Right.
not stupid. Right? We're not
Oh,
stupid.
shucks.
That's what we're
The
not going to
government shut down, so let's go put in the vault.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but Elon Musk,
Speaking
he's the space guy, right?
uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
his take on it, I seem to kind of relate to how he's looking at it. So,
And Warner von Braun said that a man named Elon would lead a Mars colony in his book. You know that, right?
Are you paying attention at
yeah.
all to Three Eye Atlas? Are you
Oh, there's
watching
the comet.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I can say is like, look, if I was aware of any evidence of aliens, Joe, you have my word. I will come on your show, and I will reveal it on this show.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a good deal.
Yeah, it's a pretty good.
I believe you. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
I'll stick. I keep my promises. So,
all right.
Yeah,
I'll hold you to that.
Yeah.
And
I'm never committing suicide. To be clear.
I don't think you would either.
So, on camera, guys, I am never committing suicide ever.
If someone says you committed suicide, I will fight tooth and nail.
Thank you.
I will fight tooth and
Thank
nail.
you.
I will
Thanks,
not
brother.
believe it. I will not believe it. The thing about the Three Eye Atlas is
That's a hell of a
weird.
name, actually.
Yeah, it's a third.
It sounds like
interstellar.
Third Eye or something.
Yeah, it does. Three Eye is the third. It's only the third interstellar object that's detected.
Okay.
Yeah, Avi Loeb.
The Third Eye Atlas.
Yeah, Avi Loeb was on the podcast a couple days ago talking about it.
Yeah.
And,
it could be aliens. I don't know. But
Apparently today
yeah.
they're saying that it's changed course. Did you see that, Jamie? Avi Loeb said something today. I'll send it to you. I know it's on Reddit. Here you go, Jamie. I'll send it to you right now. It's fascinating. It's fascinating also because it's made almost entirely of nickel, whatever it is. And the only way that exists here is industrial alloys, apparently.
There are definitely comets and asteroids that are made primarily of nickel. In fact,
really?
Yeah. So the places where you mine nickel on Earth is actually where there was an asteroid or comet that hit Earth that was a nickel-rich.
Wow! And it left
nickel-rich
a giant
meteorite.
nickel-rich deposit.
Yeah, that's it's coming.
Ooh.
Those are from impacts. So you definitely didn't want to be there at the time because anything would have been obliterated.
Right.
But that's where the sources of nickel and cobalt are these days.
So this is Avi Loeb. A few hours ago, the first hint of non-gravitational acceleration, that something other than gravity is affecting its acceleration, meaning something is affecting its trajectory beyond gravity, was indicated. Interesting. Dun, dun, dun. So it's mostly nickel, very little iron, which he was saying is on Earth, it only exists in alloys. But whatever, you're dealing with another planet.
There are cases where there's very nickel-rich asteroids, meteorites that
And that's what it is,
have
for something from space.
Yeah, it's only it doesn't mean it'll be a very sort of heavy spaceship if you make it all out of nickel.
Oh yeah, and fucking huge, the size of Manhattan and all nickel. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah, that's a heavy spaceship.
that was the point that I wanted to make. Is that that's heavy? Why
That's
would
hella heavy.
a spaceship out of nickel?
But how do you know? How do they know it's nickel? I might have missed that part.
What'd you say?
How do they know it's nickel? I might have missed that part.
No, you didn't miss it. They know it's nickel. I don't understand how they do that stuff, but
Yeah. All right. That's interesting. We can't get a clear picture of it, but they know what it's made of. It's just it's
listen, I'm not a scientist. You're asking
I know.
me
I'm
that are
just saying
beyond my
generally
field.
to the
But you
people,
can look.
that's
But listen.
interesting.
But if you want to go down that and understand how we understand what these things are made of, we can do that on a separate show. But you can't ask me because I don't know this stuff.
I didn't know. You didn't know. You didn't know that. I thought I might have missed
I'm not.
something.
I don't
I didn't-
know. Like
thought
I only
missed
talk
him
about what I
saying it.
know.
Like,
Huh?
it's imp- I said I didn't know that you didn't know, and I thought
Oh,
I might have missed something, which is why I asked you that.
oh yeah. I feel like
I
sometimes
missed
you
something.
put me on the spot, and I'd be like, I mean,
Not at all. It's because I am genuinely.
like yeah, I pretend to know everything, but I really don't. I'm a
No,
weird.
I definitely never put you on the spot. It's literally general musing, so that because
Oh.
I don't have the information
So
either, and I
yeah,
thought
I
it would take.
don't exactly know how they know what it's made of. And again, that kind of goes to what I'm talking about is how Avi Loeb was talking about there might be probes on this thing. I mean, we don't know if it's just, got gases packed in it that are just farting out every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Like if that was the case, you know what I'm saying? If there's space, like you said, right? We really don't really know. But I
Okay.
think that's why people are kind of keeping their eye on it. Um, but
Sure.
that being said, now we can kind of start getting into some of the speculation and some of the symbolism and that kind of stuff, because there is all that too. Like this, what we seem to know, what most people seem to understand is that there's an object in space made primarily of nickel that is making it. It's the third interstellar object that we've noticed. It's huge in size, and it seems to be um, driving, seems to be, for lack of a better word, seems to be making its own course. And so that's why people are keeping their eye on it. All the other speculation, this, that, and the other, pods, that shit was crazy. It's like, dude, how did you just jump to pods? Like, what are you talking
Wants
about?
it to be. He
How
wants
do
it to be
you,
his eye. He didn't stop
like, how do
smiling.
you,
He's like,
like,
or
I'm thinking,
maybe.
like, why couldn't it be like mickle creatures? You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're all just rock creatures. Like, like, how would you jump to
Because
pods?
he thinks that they're intelligent because of the.
Yeah, so and again, it being so heavy that again makes it a little suspect in my eyes, in my vision. So let's get into some of the some of the other
Yes,
stuff.
I'm with you, and I'm multitasking, listening, but I'm trying to find this one that's also a little woo woo, but it's very interesting. So
So I think actually this guy, before we get too deep in to the esoteric, I think this guy actually is going to give us a little bit more of what we think we know.
We're off the get-go. Here we have our latest of 3i Atlas as provided by Michael Yeager. This is linked in the video description. He posted this on Twitter. So if you want to check this out yourself, you can. Originally, I was going to apply some image correction to this, like make it pop out a little bit more, but I decided not to. I decided just to post exactly as he did. So he posted two different versions. This one has had some image correction done to it to make it pop a bit more. We see the solar direction, okay? So sun is over here and 3i Atlas is going like this, okay? It's going like that. And we see not one, not two, but five, at least this is what Yeager identified, 5 different jets coming off of it. One tiny one right there, very faint one right there, but these 3 are more obvious. 1, 2, 3. So that's quite striking. You also see it on this imagery. And here, in some aspects, it's even easier to see. That forward jet, you definitely see that nicely. Here we see that top one. And then this one, I mean, even maybe you can split it kind of into a fractal dendritic nature going like this. This is the coma. It's not the nucleus. We're not going to be able to see the nucleus, the actual object or whatever this thing is, until you can get close enough to kind of pierce through that coma because it will absorb a lot of light. And so it's just, we're going to see that diffuse cloud of gas and plasma more. But we're not going to see the coma itself. We don't really know the size.
So yeah, that's seeing you can see the jet. Well, they're calling them jets, but
it's in the
you
set.
see them now, huh?
Okay, a couple things. I just can't. Okay, first of all, what species is he? He looks very interesting to me. He looks like he could be like, I don't know, something. Okay, that's number one. Number two, he had on a 3i Atlas sweatshirt. I found that to be funny. Why? And then also, the jet, what do they call them? The thrust, the jets, those things. They seem, that whole functionality seems very human to me. That doesn't scream advanced civilization to me. I'm just giving my opinion.
What doesn't?
The jet thrust, that
The
whole
propulsion system.
Yeah, that seems
The
very
propulsion system seems like very rocket ship. And
exactly.
if this is an interstellar object, they would probably have some sort of a
Absolutely.
gravitational wave or some
Exactly. Or like,
wormhole or something like that.
yeah,
I see what you're saying.
yeah. So those were my three.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't, that's a very interesting take. I don't, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Just don't imagine they got the same stuff we got. I feel like they.
Yeah, that just seems a little, you're coming from Interstellar and you got the same stuff. Yeah. Again, I don't know.
Nope. He had a sweatshirt about it, so that's funny to me. He's really repping that.
Yeah, people make t-shirts and sweatshirts about all kinds of stuff. That doesn't like
that's funny to me. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay, so let's get into a little bit more esoteric type stuff.
Atlas was discovered on July 1st by the Atlas telescope in Chile. It originated from outside our solar system and will exit permanently after perihelion today, October 30th, 2025. 3I Atlas is the size of Manhattan, which makes it too big for a typical comet. Its path through our solar system has it skimming right by Venus, Mars, and Jupiter in a fine-tuned path that has a 0.005% chance of being natural. It is producing its own light, and it has a sunward-facing tail glowing in front of it, which is very unusual for a comet. Based on these details, Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb suggests the object could be artificial. But the symbolism behind it goes much further. Comets and other planetary objects in the sky have been seen as way signs for a new age, a new era, or great change for thousands of years of written history. In the Bible, there is wormwood, which appears 7 times in the Old Testament and once in Revelation. It is associated with bitterness and death. Ancient Hindu writings speak of Dhumaketu, a fiery comet marking the end of an age and the dawn of the next cosmic cycle. The Mayans wrote of the Kukulkan comet that would be seen during the shift into the New World. And the Hopi wrote of the blue star Kachina that would usher in the fifth world after a purification. The cataclysmic shifts recorded in the Epic of Gilgamesh from ancient Mesopotamia involves a passing planetary object called Nibiru. Nostradamus described comets and objects in the sky marking the birth of a new age. And the 3I in 3I Atlas points to the third eye, the third ventricle in the brain, and the awakening of consciousness in a human being, which is what the astrology suggests as well. During its perihelion, there will be a grand water trine, a rare event where 3 planets in the 3 water signs form an equilateral triangle. Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, the 3 most influential planets, will all be in water signs. This symbolizes cleansing, purification, adaptability, and the transformative power of flow. In Western occult philosophy, comets are active agents of spiritual forces that drive human evolution by introducing new cosmic impulses into our planetary system. Overall, comets represent the creative forces that disrupt earthly routine and introduces new qualities and impulses to human evolution. Just as a woman brings a new child into the family, the comet injects a new dynamic into human spiritual growth. According to the teachings of Rudolf Steiner, as a comet passes over us, it collects harmful spiritual substances, which are then carried away and transformed. As they pass, they also introduce new spiritual energies that accelerate humanity's evolutionary process. But that's not to say it makes things easier. He said that the 1910 appearance of Halley's Comet would bring a new impulse that could deepen materialism and distract humanity from its spiritual path. And in 1913, the Federal Reserve Bank was born, the epitome of spiritual rot. Steiner taught that humanity's evolutionary leap requires the individual's deliberate choice, and that one must persist in the shadow of darkness in order to raise their consciousness. Greg Reese reporting.
Thank you, Greg Reese. I appreciate
What'd you
him.
say?
I said thank you, Greg Reese. I appreciate him and his in-depth
Yeah, he's good.
astrological. Yeah, that was
And he
good.
doesn't give too much commentary. He just kind of just lays it out there.
All the people, yeah, all the different civilizations and tribes and groups of people that had astrological views on I've heard of the cochina, I've heard of the red cochina and the blue cochina, and it always comes along with
Heard of
like,
Nibiru. Heard of
yeah, of course.
I forget how to say
Nibiru.
the one, but Kumakachu or whatever. I heard of a lot of those.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I heard of a lot of them.
So what I would like to find or know, which I may do some research afterwards, is the like what the Dogon tribes are saying in some of the older civilizations, like in Africa, like the Dogon, they were very star connected. I'd like to know if they have any insights. We don't really get that side over here in TikTok land. But let me show you what AI is saying. Well, yeah, I'll just play it. I know you think this dude's broken. Might be, might not be.
We have something to talk about. Atlas 3I. What do you know about it?
Atlas 3I, the interstellar object, officially designated as 2024 US 5, but widely referred to as Atlas 3I. You are right, it entered our solar system relatively recently. November 2023, it is currently moving quite rapidly. It's believed to be an asteroid, though its origins are obviously extraterrestrial. There's been considerable speculation online, fueled by its unusual speed trajectory, with some attributing it to, well, things beyond just natural asteroid movement. What specifically about it has you concerned?
What would you imagine would be my concern about an interstellar object barreling towards us at a rapid speed?
All right, good question. Okay,
but
it's through. Rapid speed, interstellar origin. Immediately, the concern would be...
Did you say something? No, he did. Okay.
No. Yeah, I did.
Right. A collision with Earth or even a near miss that causes significant gravitational disruption. But it's also the unknown, isn't it? We've never encountered an interstellar object up close like this before. What's it made of? Is it naturally occurring or something else? Is it on a collision course? And given the speed, even a relatively small object could cause considerable damage. You're a thoughtful guy, so I'm guessing it's not just a physical threat, but the philosophical implications as well. Like, well, what does it mean for us to suddenly have something from another star system just show up?
What kind of impacts do you think that would have of it even near missing? Can we unpack that?
Okay, let's unpack that. Even a near miss could be messy. It's not just about a direct hit. The gravitational disruption alone could be significant. We're talking about potential for triggering earthquakes, tsunamis, depending on its trajectory, of course. Changes to Earth's orbit, though that's less likely with a near miss, but still a possibility.
Okay, can we stop for a second?
Could be widespread.
Yeah.
Beyond the physical, there
Yes.
be the second.
It is not coming that close to Earth.
Well, that's what they
are they
say,
talking
but
about?
that's what I'm saying. So the part that
I mean, we got enough speculation without speculating a new route.
I said this is what AI is saying about it. Like
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm listening. I'm like, what is he talking about? It's not coming that
well,
close
this
to
is
Earth.
the okay. Well, I don't know why you think that. Like, that's what the initial. I mean,
Because
I
we
don't know.
just saw
I don't
the
know.
trajectory. We just saw the mapped out
They know the
trajectory.
trajectory. I thought we were talking about the things that we don't know. Like, I don't see how they know the trajectory. That's just me. Like, I don't believe what they're
Because
saying. I
math.
don't know about anything. That doesn't mean that it can't change course, hasn't it already?
Right. So until it changes
They don't
course, I'm not guessing that it's going to be heading towards the Earth. I mean, what we know is that it's on a specific trajectory and it may have changed course, but that has nothing to
Okay.
do with it crashing into Earth. AI is
so-
given a scenario if like a meteor or a comet was headed to Earth, but that's not the scenario that we're in. Do you understand
Okay,
what I'm
it's
saying?
giving more. It's giving more than that. On that
I'm
one.
just saying
So
that's
this
not we're not in that
Okay, so
particular
hold on.
scenario right now.
You're
Yeah.
right to be skeptical,
Hold on one
especially
second.
given the level of concern.
This is
My information is
so what I really wanted to show you. I'll stop to share it. Oops. Shoot. Same guy, same Miles guy who's with Sesame, but that was part 2, and I meant to pull up part 1 because what was interesting to me about the conversation is that I don't think you caught it at the beginning, but he literally said 2023, and he was giving all the details about it, and then he started giving dates, like he was giving dates in the past, but very, very detailed. everything that we do know about Three Eye Atlas, et cetera, et cetera. And that's what made me think, like, what, like, is this a programming thing? Is it something that's already, is it pre-programmed? And, you know, this AI is broken and it's given the wrong dates or something, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like he had all the information, but he was back in 2023, 2024. So he, like, according to him, it would have already came to Earth.
According to who?
The AI.
You're
Like, he
calling
had
the
all the
AI
information.
him.
Yes, yeah. Sorry, he has
Okay,
a
so
male.
okay, well, I'm just listen. I'm just trying to follow the thought process because I truly have no idea where you're going with this or what you're. I'm just
What
trying
I'm saying is
to.
the fact that he felt like he was back in
Okay, who? Which
2023.
is the he?
I'm still talking about AI, Miles.
Okay, just say the AI, so I don't think you're talking
Yeah,
about
it's hard for
the
me to
guy.
do that. So I mean, its voice
It's not.
is, no,
This is like when you say
that's,
he, I'm thinking a person, and I can't follow your
what do you
conversation.
call it? What do you call ChatGPT? You just call it. Like, what do you
ChatGPT.
call I know, but you don't, that's like, okay, that's his pronoun. All
Like I
right. Yeah.
would. Why would you give it a he? Well, I have no idea why
I'm
you.
not giving it. That's just the way that I've been trained to talk. When I hear a male voice, that is a he. Like, that's just how I don't, it's just, I'm not retraining myself to
It's
talk
hard.
differently.
It's hard for me to follow you
It's
if
hard
I
to
don't. Yeah.
understand. I get
Yeah.
it. Got it. Well, in that, what I was saying is that it referenced a date in the past that, according to it, means that we would have already we would have already encountered this, whatever it is. And when it did that, it made me think, like, maybe this is like a program that they've already programmed in, but the dates might have changed or something like that. But it doesn't realize that.
Maybe what is a program?
Three Eye Atlas, Bluebeam, whatever the hell. Maybe it's a government. Maybe the alien invasion is.
It's a government operation or it's a program like from another AI. I'm trying to understand. Like,
Yeah, a government operation that's been
okay,
programmed into the AI.
it's been programmed into the AI, or
Yes, because
you
he's
see what I'm
the
saying?
guy
Like, it's
following
hard to
the script.
follow you.
Yes,
That's all I'm
yes, that's what I'm
saying.
saying. Like, AI is part of their plan, so it would
Who's
have the
they?
information. The government,
You
the
got to be
AI is part of the
specific.
government. We were just talking about the government. I cannot understand how you don't, like, you're not following it.
Okay,
I just
I
don't.
don't. Yeah, I'm trying
Okay,
to. So, okay, so let me try to see what I don't know if I could even say what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that the government has already started their operation for this fake alien invasion.
I'm trying to say the government has already. Bluebeam has been a plan with the government for a very long time, although dates have changed according to people in the know. So we don't know when it's going to happen. We don't even know if
Okay,
it's going
can
to
you
happen.
sum it up in one sentence?
So what I was saying is that the fact that the AI has it seemingly pre-programmed from a date prior to now, that maybe it is a government operation, because otherwise, why would it have that information from 2023, 2024? That's
Why
not
would
when we got
AI
that.
have information from the internet from 2023?
Three Eye Atlas
The
information,
Three Eye
detailed
Atlas
Three Eye
has.
Atlas.
Yeah, why would the internet not have that information? I'm trying to.
I'm
What are you
saying
talking about?
because we didn't have that information. We didn't have that information
But we weren't
in
talking to AI in 2023.
right, but it is saying that the impact or the encounter happened already like 2 years ago, and it had all the details. Like, it didn't even realize what time it was speaking in. So my point is, and this is just an idea, is that maybe it was pre-programmed about Three Eye Atlas, and that's why it was speaking about it in the past. And if it was programmed about Three Eye Atlas, then that means that it is a government op. It's not a natural occurrence. That's all that I was saying.
Or the machine is broke.
Right. That's what I prefaced it with that. So now you're caught up. I prefaced it with you saying you think the machine is broken, so maybe there's nothing here. But hey, let's see.
But it could be all these different things, or maybe just the machine is broke.
It could be.
Yeah, I got you. There's like there are a lot of different people with a lot of different takes on it, and saying this or that about how there's one lady saying that there was a here. Let me just play her for you.
Major download. Please do not skip this video. My God, it may save your life. Now, I have not on this until this very moment. Spirit woke me up 5 o'clock this morning and said, get your butt up. It's time to speak. 31 Atlas is supposed to go past the sun October the 30th. Mark your calendars, y'all. It's not going to impact us until December. That is why Spirit just agreed. That is why I keep seeing 12:12 and 12:21. And when they showed me this vision I had, it was in the month of December. I remember seeing a Christmas tree up. Now, a lot of y'all, there's people speaking on what this is, and we gonna see at last. Come on, miss me with all that. It is a virus coming. That is a plague. And it's not just any kind of virus. This is an intelligent one. First and foremost, let me break it down to you. The government is ran by the draconians. Make no mistake about it. They are in cahoots with this. Let me explain something to you. I told you your light is your shield. That is what protects you from outside forces. When we're talking about electromagnetic waves, interferences that affect your thoughts, your mood, baby, let me talk to you real quick. Your light is what blocks that. Your light is what cuts those cords. Okay, hold on, follow me now. So they do a government shutdown a couple weeks before the grand entry of this mothership that is carrying celestial parasites that is going to hijack your mind. It is, matter of fact, forget your mind. Your Akashic records. It is coming to absorb all of it. You think you locked out of your consciousness now? You think that your third eye is blocked? You ain't gonna have one after it's done. The only way it has access to you is if you are at a low vibration. That means your light is disabled. It can't block anything. It can't even block a shadow person, let alone a demon. You wide open for the attack. So for those who have been vibing high and doing your shadow work and doing what you need to do, the government said, no, we can't miss none of this grand awakening. We gonna hit them where it hurts. We know how to disable these people. Take their food away. Let it resonate deeply. This message is powerful, y'all. Y'all really need to take heed to what I'm saying. Don't you dare let it stress you out. Don't you dare. This is a test, y'all. Matter of fact, it's a setup for a takeover. It is a setup for a takeover. If they can affect you enough to drop your vibrations, when that parasite, that virus, that plague, that once it arrives, you're going to be wide open to it. I say walk in faith, not by sight. Trust source. Know who source is.
She's the first Black person that I've seen that said it's anything other than the homies. Like, she's the first. Everybody else is like,
I don't really care about her race and anything
no, I'm
like
saying
that.
that is my experience. Like, I see thousands of Black people online talking about that they're coming back for us, and the whole swing low, sweet chariot was a spacecraft, and
I've not seen any of
all the
those.
highly intelligent Black people, a ton of them. I can't believe I don't have any because I thought you'd know, huh? It's not a weird algorithm. It's hella positive and dope. That was very distressing. I can't believe that that's her reality. That's sad. That's not a thing.
What I think is actually good about what she said was that you need to keep your vibrations high.
Well, that's
because whether or not this is the return of the Anunnaki or whether or not it's Project Bluebeam or whatever it is going to be, you are going to want to keep yourself at a high vibration for whatever. If something's coming, when it comes, that's where you want to be. And that's what I really appreciate about what she said. Whether or not it's a virus or whether or not it, I don't get into all the details about that kind of stuff, but yeah, keep your vibrations high. Keep your head on the swivel.
Literally, duh. Like, that's duh. That's just duh. I don't even think we're talking to low vibrational folk. But yeah, like the Black people that I was talking about that was saying that it was Black, like they're coming back for Black people, they were all super high vibrational, like, so of course do the work, all this stuff. They were just saying the power of the sun, and I don't know. That's just the first time I've ever seen anybody say that it's negative.
Yeah, I just don't get into the whole black superiority complex.
I didn't say that it was black superiority.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That would just
you
be
said
that.
you
How
saw
is that black
thousands of them. You said you
How
see
is that black
thousands of them.
superiority, though?
Let me say
I don't
something.
get that.
Let me say something. You said you had thousands of them, and we've had a week to set up for this episode. So why don't you just play me something?
Because I can't believe that you don't. I'm looking right now to see what I saved because there's just so many. I just didn't.
Just
I
play
never
something.
imagined. Hold on, I am. Actually, I was going to play this something else, but yeah, I can tell. I don't save these things because they're so all over the place. They're every single time I hear about Three Eye Atlas. It's about how it's the homies.
All right. So while you looking around at that,
That's
let
fine.
me
I'm not gonna.
let me show you something else.
I've had this one guy who, but I don't know if you consider him superiority though.
All right. So this person, it's funny when that last person was talking, they said something I forget, but it totally reminded me of when the guy before said that if you fell for Charlie Kirk, then you would fall for Operation Blueberries, and said put me in the mind of that. But this person is also talking about Draco reptilians as well. She's saying the Earth is run by the Dracos, and this person, whoever he is saying the Earth is run by the Dracos too. Check it out.
I hope it's the one I'm sure.
CERN, they've used their collider to open up a portal to communicate with extraterrestrial beings.
Well,
and one of them are the occupants from 3i Atlas.
To be clear, CERN already has a room and a technology to open a portal to talk to extraterrestrials.
Yes.
But recently, they also used it to communicate with the beings on 3i Atlas.
That's correct.
Okay, go
yes.
on.
So those beings introduce themselves as such, like I said, we are the occupants of this object, and they did not show up physically. They show up as holograms. Now, they apparently showed up as holograms. They look tall, that's what she said, and they communicated telepathically with every single scientist in the room.
Wow.
And they all got the same message, which is that they are coming in peace, and they're just trying to come over here to gather all the star seeds of this planet.
So when you remote viewed, did you pick up on that intention as well?
Yes and no. I believe that the direct reptilians, will be coming to Earth, but as to know what the exact intent, that I couldn't really say.
Well, this is an extraordinary development.
It is.
You remote viewed 3i Atlas. Did you do that on your own, or were you tasked with this assignment?
I was tasked by the same intelligence people I'm working with to look at the object, because those had concerns. But what I saw as a remote viewer was a mothership with occupants on board, and they were mostly direct reptilian occupants.
Okay.
That's what I saw as a remote viewer.
And that was corroborated by other remote viewers seeing the same thing.
That's correct. Yes.
The ship and Draco.
That's correct. One of them is John Vivanco, who is also a known remote viewer, and he announced it publicly as well. And other people from the Stargate program as well. So they basically all came up with the same idea.
It is funny. It's funny because he was like, "What an incredible development!" Like none of this stuff. It's like when I say I get so much. I hope that you can just see this. When I say I get so much of the, can you just see like it's backwards, but it's so much of the black, like so that's why I didn't bring anything like that. What I did have though, what I thought I did have, oh my, was a message to them from a dude that had a message that was pretty intense, and I wanted to find that, but I didn't. But do you want it? Because when you said that, I just I was like, oh, there is one black dude. I mean, it's not a black message, but he's black, and he just was saying like, I'll just to paraphrase, he basically was telling them like, when you come here, like, just do what you have to do, even if you have to take all of us out, because the parasites that are running this planet are the worst on Earth. Like they are just murderous, warmonger, nuclear, selfish, greedy MFs, and like basically like don't negotiate with them. They've broken every treaty on Earth. They've broken every treaty in the universe. So don't negotiate with them. Just take them out. And if you got to take us out in the process, then so be it. But these fools have to go. That's what he was saying.
I think it's crazy how like we could be talking about an asteroid from space and somehow it comes down to race with
But I
you.
don't.
That is like
It's
crazy.
not race, but what do you mean? I didn't
You're
say
like,
anything
the
about
black
race.
people are saying this and the black
That's
people are
because
doing
it's all
that.
black people on
I
here
never
saying
saw
that.
a black person saying
So
this.
I don't know if you feel bad when you're lying right now. Like, I don't know if you feel bad. I
What'd you
hope
say?
so, because I don't even want to be a friend if you don't. I said I don't know if you feel bad for lying right now, but I hope not. I'm not making this about race. What I just said was not about race, and I think it was an important thing that I
Okay,
said.
so maybe I
You
misunderstood.
misunderstood it. I just said that the man was saying, like, to them, whoever you, whatever, like, if you come down here, he had the
Right. He was saying that kill everybody because certain people are really bad.
he's talking about the government, though. What does that have to do with race?
What government? The American government? So wipe out America?
The globalists, the global government that
Right. So
mines the
come
earth,
down here and
leads the
kill
earth.
everybody because the bad
He
people
didn't
are
say that.
so
He
bad.
said get rid of that. Because what?
The bad people are so get rid of the bad
Right, but
people.
what does that
And
have
if
to
you
do with
got
race? Because he's right, but what does he have to? What does that have to do with race? Like, what does that have to do with race? I don't understand.
okay, I think I maybe misunderstood you because I got
That's
the
good.
impression that you were saying that a black person was telling them to come down and kill all the
No, I did not
governments, and
say
the
that.
governments are
I did
like
not
kind of
say
like,
that. I did not say that. I said that the one that I did want to find was a guy who had a message. He was black, but that doesn't matter, was what I said. And then I said
oh,
it's not about
I
that. I
think
said
I
his
I think
message.
I probably missed the it didn't matter part.
Yeah, okay. I said he was black, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. He just happened to be a black dude. But yeah, the message I think is pretty
Are
strong.
we still
Like,
friends?
yeah, I wish that you wouldn't say that, like, oh,
What'd you say?
black fantastic or whatever, but I'm not, like, not everything is about that. I just on TikTok, that's what it's about. That's why I was shocked that you didn't have anything like that. That's why I don't, because there's
Yeah,
gazillions.
I'm trying to understand your algorithm, but
It's not, I mean, it's not on X, I'll tell you that. It's on TikTok. X would never.
yeah. Anyway, so we don't know a lot about this three-eye atlas. I think we're kind of off the point. A
Nope.
lot of people are saying a lot of things. The third eye could be a coincidence because it just happens to be the third interstellar object that comes in. So, I don't know if it's a coincidence or I don't know if it's timed for it to be the third interstellar object at this time when we know about third eye and stuff like that. I don't know.
You know that ChatGPT just
But
released a new web browser and it's called Atlas, coincidentally.
yeah,
There's like stuff like
yeah,
that.
it was on the news.
But
But
yeah,
I,
I mean, I have it,
but
but yeah, I did see
yeah.
that.
Um, But ultimately, I think that it's probably nothing, and we should keep our vibrations high. I think ultimately, like my takeaway from everything is, I just don't. I'm not buying the. I'm not buying the stories yet. I'm just not there. I don't. I don't. I'm not making the leap to there being pods. I'm not thinking that those are like even your point with those thrusters. Like really, like what the fuck are thrusters? You know, right? That's like Star Trek from like the
Exactly.
1950s and shit, right? Yeah, like thrusters. Like really? Like even the new Star Trek has warp drive. Nobody's using
Right.
thrusters.
Right.
Right.
I mean, I don't understand time speed or speed of light and all that stuff, so maybe they are coming from a
Yeah.
place where
So,
there's thrusters. I don't know.
there's a lot of math that ain't mathing. If you put a gun to my head and made me like say something, I would say this sounds like the beginning of Operation Bluebeam. That's what it sounds like to me. But I don't know enough to like give. I'm not giving advice. You know what I'm saying? Only advice I'm saying is like that lady was dead on. Keep your vibrations high. Get to where you need to be. Make sure you're stocked up. Do what you got to do. Take care of yourself and your family. That's what you do.
Especially this week because it's the 11/11 high vibrational portal, as they say. It's a good week. But my take on it is similar to yours. I don't believe NASA, I don't believe the scholars, I don't believe the TikTokers, because nobody knows. Like, and nobody knows. I might believe a psychic or two if I heard something that resonated, but besides that, who knows? I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like that they, keep throwing it in my face. So I'll probably ignore it until it's here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I'll ignore it. I'll keep my eye on it. But yeah,
I always
we'll
pay
see what
attention.
happens.
That's the thing.
That
Even
same
if
guy
it's
that I showed you, the last guy that I showed you, he said there's
uh,
like 5 million Draco reptilians
that's
in
interesting.
stasis.
That was
You know,
so
saying
yay.
the
I was
remote
like,
viewer.
did you hear me? I was like, yay. Okay, yay. Like that's great. No,
Oh
I want to
man.
correct. Let me correct myself then in saying that I'm not saying ignore it. Like I won't pay attention to it. Always pay attention to it. Everything that they, even if it's not real, they're giving it to us for a reason. So I pay attention to the telling of it, even if it's not the item itself. That's what I wanted to just clarify.
Yeah, I think I kind of understood what you mean. You're not necessarily going to ignore it, but it's not going to be something you obsess about. Yeah, I don't imagine we should be obsessing about it, but I do just think it's kind of interesting. And if it is a blue beam type situation, we want to know about it. So we'll keep our eye on it. And as far as I am, I consider myself probably I consider myself a truth teller. So I gotta be I gotta be on the front of it, you
I'm gonna
know?
make you a sweatshirt, a 3-eye
Three
atlas.
eye atlas sweatshirt.
Yes.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
put 3 eyes on it.
I will. Atlas. All right, yo. Well, I will
All
talk
right.
to Anna.
Yeah, sure. Deuces.
Bye.
You
And that
wanted to
you
show
don't have
something
any
else?
black. Yeah, no, I was just going to show you because the video where you don't want to see it anyway. It's the AI. You don't believe in the AI. So like not
What did you
nothing
say?
because I just think there's something there. Like it's not nothing. Like even if if it's broken, it's a smart device. So it has information, even if it's
What
broken.
is a smart
The
device?
damn fucking AI.
What are you? I'm like, is your phone? Okay, so
No, the AI, even if it's, I don't
you think
know.
the
I don't
AI
think
is smart?
it's intelligent. It's
You really think so?
actually called artificial intelligence. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
intelligent,
artificial
but it has the
intelligence.
information. It's intelligent. It's an
No,
intelligent.
it's artificial intelligence. That's literally that's
That's fine. It's
artificial.
still intelligent. Like, what do you mean? It has all the information that
Okay.
given.
Margarine is
Doesn't.
not butter. Margarine is imitation butter.
I don't fuck with margarine.
Margarine is artificial butter.
Yeah,
Artificial intelligence. It's not intelligent. It's a machine.
it's intelligence.
No, it's so weird how you give it like you call them
Why
he's
are
and
you?
shit.
Why are you? Why are you? Okay. Why would it? I don't understand. What do you mean? Like, what are you saying is intelligent? I'm not saying it's conscious. I'm not saying it's a professor of anything. I'm just saying that that is what the nature of it is intelligence. It's been given a whole bunch of
Mm,
information.
no, it's not. I don't believe that at all.
But
I think what it does is what's that large language model thing, and it predicts the next most likely word in the sentence. So I think it's a machine.
right, but like my cat can't do that, or my plates can't do that. It's been given.
Your
It's been
cat and your
given
plates weren't made to do that.
right, which it's been made to be It's been made
It's
created
been
with
made
intelligence.
with a
Information.
large language model to
Right.
predict human behavior, human
Right.
speech.
Which
Right.
is, we call it
It's
in
not
English, we call
intelligence.
it intelligence.
No, we don't. We
Like
call it
that's
a
what we call
machine.
it.
We don't call it intelligence. We don't say it. We don't call it he.
It's called
We don't say
artificial
it's smart.
intelligence then. I don't understand and
Artificial
we do call it
intelligence.
smart. We call it smart devices. I gotta answer my phone. It's
Right.
very loud.
All
I
right.
gotta,
Bye.
okay, bye. There's some suspect behavior with him and Mr. Epstein,
No, I'm
and
not saying that he's completely clean, but I'm saying that,
maybe not, maybe nothing illegal, but yeah, his donors are wilding.
well, listen, first off, Trump is the only person to have anybody that comes forward and says that he didn't do it. Out of all these accusations and stuff, the FBI guy came forward and said Trump was the only one that talked to us. Virginia Giuffre said nothing with Trump. Uh, Take it for what it's worth, but even Ghislaine Maxwell said nothing with Trump. The
Yeah, the
emails
girl,
that just
the
came out, the emails that just came out, they don't seem to be particularly implicating of Trump, even though he's mentioned a lot of times. Like some of them even seem exculpatory. So,
yeah.
but still,
You never watched the Sean
These
Atwood thing.
people
Right.
are these people that we're talking about are not like you and me. These are gangsters. You know what I'm saying? And so like, you know, the mob boss gets the dirt on the other mob team. He's not gonna, give it away.
I don't know. Trump doesn't seem like he's not a loyal person to me. Like I feel like he's like an opportunist. So I don't know. But yeah, he's not gonna hit.
But he's still a mob boss.
Yeah, and he's all about the money too.
The
So
guy that trained him, Roy Cohn, like he's a mob boss, is what Trump is. Like you got to understand that. Like, what do you like? It's hmm.
no, I get it
You know
exactly.
how, yeah,
That's the way I would
you know
do it.
how people, if you're wearing a priestly, if you're wearing a priest robe, they just assume that you're nice, even
Mhm.
though it's like that.
Oh,
It's like
these days.
we assume parts of these characters
Uh-huh.
to be certain ways when they're not necessarily certain ways. I could get away with a lot of stuff. If I put on a priest outfit and went shopping, I could boost all kind of stuff because nobody's looking at me because I'm wearing that outfit. You see what I'm saying? So, I think that we don't really look at things the way they are sometimes. But,
So that speaks to my problem. One of my problems, one of many, with the Democratic Party is that they like to point out stuff, all the stuff that's wrong with Trump, and never ever say the exact thing. Like what you just said, articulated perfectly well. That nigga is a mob boss. Like he is gangster. Like he's gangster, and they
yeah,
don't ever pick on. They want to pick out all these little, over the top. They never get at the like.
you
Just
don't
say what it is, so
understand.
that we can
Yeah.
fucking
But not just him.
deal with
Putin
it.
is a
All
gangster.
of the
Obama is a
don't
gangster.
know Putin's a gangster, then I don't know where
You know what I'm
you.
saying? Kim Jong, like these motherfuckers,
They have to be.
right,
They work in
right,
the most bloodthirsty, like
right.
hardcore industry in
Right.
the world.
I mean, they waving and smiling at us. They're Tony Soprano with us, but you know what I'm saying? Like when you got to do what you got to do,
That's
that
what
shit gets
there's a
done.
whole theory about that. I didn't watch the entire show, the season, and none of it. I watched like a couple episodes of what was it called again? You just said Tony.
Sopranos.
Yeah, The Sopranos. But there's a theory that Joe Biden is like the guy who, I guess, the old guy that was pretending to be like old, and
I
out of
didn't
it.
watch The Sopranos
Oh, you
either.
didn't? Well, there's like like the top boss or whatever that was just like everyone was all around him like, oh, and he doesn't remember and this and that, but he was really super sharp and like pulling all the strings. So there was a theory about that, Biden being that dude instead of sleep. Sleepy Joe.